Sometimes, boo, it can be very difficult to be patient, right? When you know that you're deserving of something and you just have to wait, it can be extremely frustrating, all right? But what Spirit wants to let you know today is that your patience, all right, is not in vain, okay? That you will be rewarded here for this patience, right? It might require a little bit more patience. Yes, I know sometimes we get tired of it, but it might require a little bit more for some of you. For others, you might already be on the brink here of what's about to manifest and come into fruition. But just know that things are manifesting and coming into fruition. So, patience right now is not your enemy, okay? It is actually your friend, even at times when it feels like it's your enemy because it's driving you crazy, all right? Now, welcome to another collective with me, Duchess. We gonna get right in to the real deal. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't behind for whoever the hell is for. And yes, this is timeless. So look, so Spirit is saying here that there's a lot of luck that's ramping up for you. I know it may seem like it's not. I know I've been in this position a plenty of times where I'm like, I keep waiting and I keep waiting, and then finally it does transpire. Sometimes it takes way longer than I wanted it to, okay? But Spirit is saying here that there is some luck that is, ramping up for you in the background, okay? It's coming into fruition, right? And so this is happening. The chance for you to have this luck is happening because you're saying yes to being patient. Please stand by means we are waiting. Yes, there's a bit of a wait here, okay? But what you got to understand here is that this wait does lead you exactly where you want to go. Bullseye, okay? Bullseye. So, for example, here, Spirit is saying that, say you're a bit stressed for the wait, or maybe you at ease with the wait. Either which way, our mind can start telling us we got to do more, we got to do this, we got to change it up, we got to try something different. And Spirit saying that's not what you got to do right now, okay? You just got to continue to be patient and allow this luck to unfold, allow this bullseye to come into fruition here for you, right? So say for instance, I usually help a lot of people when it comes to looking for jobs or changing careers and things of that nature. And one thing you don't want to do is just rush and settle for something, okay? Because you in a rush. No, you want to make sure you get the best of the best, okay? We want the cream of the crop, all right? We don't want the dingy leftovers. So this is where patience is a virtue here in your life. So whether this be patience in a connection that's not toxic, honey, okay? It may be a little bit, everybody's just a little bit toxic, but if it's really bad, we ain't talking about them, all right? But you may need to be patient on your search, okay? Maybe patient on an endeavor, right? Maybe you're working towards something and you haven't gotten the results you want. Just wait a minute, hello, okay? If you just wait a minute, a gosh darn a minute, okay? We got here both a bullseye and the lucky card. I mean, what more do you want? What more do you need to know, okay? It's clear here. It's apparent. It's obvious that if you stay patient here, you're going to get your reward. So this is not the time to tap out early. And I know sometimes it can feel easier just to tap out and be like, it ain't nothing gonna happen, ain't nothing gonna change, ain't nothing gonna get better, so I'ma just back off, okay? And the truth of the matter is sometimes you just gotta be patient, okay? And sometimes it ain't easy. I know I'm not always the most patient person. Patience has been my lesson for the past about 7 years. They be on my butt about it, okay? And I remember it's funny because one time I got this reading here from this clairvoyant, and she told me if I chose one direction, I was choosing a lesson of patience, which I didn't choose that direction. I chose another direction, and guess what? It was still a lesson of patience because that's how Spirit will do you, okay? I was not about to avoid that lesson of patience whether I wanted to or not. And so this is where here you end up winning, though, because of the patience, okay? Look. Didn't these cards just fly right out, okay? A Knight of Swords is about rushing, honey, okay? That's about rushing. That's about not thinking things through. That's about being everywhere all willy-nilly, just jumping from thing to thing, just going with raw emotions, okay, or thoughts. It's a sword, but I think this sword acts a little bit like a wand, but we ain't gonna talk about that. Okay, look. Spirit is saying with the rush, that equals heartbreak and pain, stress, misery, okay? It's like instant gratification is not the time, it's not going to pay off for you right now. So in those times when you tired of being patient, or you like, I've been patient enough, what you got to remember is that instant gratification actually becomes a failure for you. Okay, if you want your win, if you want your bullseye, then patience is actually the right answer. Okay, and I'm getting an example. I'm like, have you ever been in a connection, or you meet somebody and then you rush right in because you think the person's great, then you realize they actually a nightmare? Okay, and so this gives the vibe with anything that you may want to rush towards. Spirit is saying it's not time to rush, baby. It's time to be patient, cool, calm, and collected. Keep putting in the work, the energy, the time, the resources, right? Because again, rushing leads to a defeat. Okay, forcing, pressuring, trying to overmaneuver, make something happen leads to a defeat. Okay, so it's like patience here leads to a win. So it's like you always have a choice, you always have an option. We have free will, right? But Spirit is urging you to choose this, baby. Okay, choose happiness, choose the sun. Choose this. You know this is what you like. Okay? Who don't like this? Who don't like happiness, rewards, celebration, success, good stuff? Okay? Who don't want this? I know you don't want this. Heartbreak, pain, misery, storms. I mean, hello, it's a no-brainer. Okay? So patience here is very much a virtue in your current circumstances. Okay? And so this is one where there's actually a reward in sight. And so this is where you want to use discernment now. Okay? You want to use discernment, but you know what's coming to mind? You know what's coming to mind right now? That movie Acrimony. Okay? And remember, she has supported her man through everything, and he still gave her money, but she was just loco. But anyways, she has supported him, but then she gave up just a little too soon. I think it took him like 20 years to figure it out. She gave up a little too soon. She was like, he ain't never gonna be successful, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Left his ass, okay? Then, when he got the success, now she pissed. And it's like, sis, you gave up a little bit too soon, honey. You didn't stick with the patience. You wanted to halt off and go in another direction. Okay, wanted to listen to other people, wanted to do this, and that, and now you over there upset because you ain't part of the success. Okay, so there's something here where Spirit is saying this is not the time to be doing like old girl and acrimony. Okay, it's time to stick in there. It's time to stick in there because the blessing is gonna come. And you see, old boy that had the ideas, he believed in himself. He stuck in there, and then he got all the success he knew he was gonna get. So this is Spirit as well saying that this is a certain win that you know you're going to get. It's not something that you should be, oh, am I or am I not? It's like it's part of your destiny. I'm hearing. Okay, it's just like you know that you're supposed to be going in this direction. You know you're supposed to be doing this, accomplishing this, experiencing this, whatever it may be, right? So you can't deviate when it gets a little bit uncomfortable. You can't deviate when it starts taking too long. And I know because I've done that kind of stuff and it don't ever pay off. Honestly, Spirit always closes that door or makes sure it's too tight to even get in the first place so I can revert my attentions back to being patient for what I was really supposed to do. So learn from me, honey, if you don't want to learn from yourself, or just learn from yourself. Make mistakes. Be out there. Do that. You know how it goes. Let's see. Give us more messages. Look, this is the time to trust. We got the Fool, okay? We know the Fool is very trusting. That's why it's called Fool energy. So it's like be foolish here for this here, for this dream, for this aspiration, for this manifestation, to be patient, right? Because Spirit is saying that if you don't end up being patient, you're gonna end up feeling like stabbed in the back ultimately. Okay, like everything ended, but look, it's because it's this devil energy. Okay, being controlled by negative thoughts, being controlled by fears, being controlled by negative spiritual energy that comes through other people trying to hate and distract and steer. Okay, so this is very much a time where it's all about you releasing any type of internal friction that would hold you back from being patient here, because Spirit is saying that it's going to make you very sad if you don't hold back. Okay, well, you got to hold back from any of this internal friction that makes you feel sad. All right, because if not, what's happening is you're going to be releasing this temperance. It's like you have to choose patience and happiness, right? Or friction and sadness, because if you deviate, even though right now it may seem like instant gratification is the better answer, you're not going to end up being happy, is what Spirit is saying 9 times out of 10. Is because it's not because you didn't want the other thing. It's just because you weren't patient enough to wait for it. You weren't patient enough to put the time, the energy, the understanding. You weren't patient enough to keep going, right, when the going got tough. All right? Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Follow all of that good stuff. You can book with me, or you can join the Winner Circle, where there's exclusive content, free readings, linked below in the comments or the description box. I'm going to talk to you later, boo. Bye.